month video diary of this pregnancy, which is bonkers, which I think is what I said last month when it was 6 months, but to think that I'm in my 8th month now and that we are properly on the home stretch is really, really crazy thing to be thinking about. It just seems to be absolutely flying by. I thought my second pregnancy went fast until this one. This one has been completely crazy how fast it's flying, although I'm very aware that the next month or so, next couple of months, are going to go really slow. So I'm preparing for time to slow down a little bit now, and I'm quite glad that time might slow down a little bit so that it gives us time to kind of get ready, get prepared, get our heads around all the changes that are coming. This month there's been a few sort of different developments, I guess. I've been getting horrendous back pain this month. I had a bit of back pain in my first pregnancy that I think was largely to do with the fact that I was working and I was really, really active up until the end, and I didn't get a chance to sit down and rest that much because I was teaching all day. So that I think was what happened the first time, and then the second time around I didn't really have back pain. This time I'm back to having really awful back pain. I tend to sort of get a pattern. I'll maybe have 1, maybe 2 days where I feel great and I feel really active and I feel fantastic and I feel just like me, and then I pay the price for sort of 3 or 4 days afterwards. So that's not so pleasant. I did bring it up with my midwife, and she said at the stage I'm at now with the waiting lists for the physio, she said you'd probably have had the baby by the time you got transferred to physio. So she's just recommended resting when I can, trying heat, trying cooling pads, trying some swimming, which I obviously like to swim anyway, and some yoga, and I like to do yoga anyway. So basically more of what I'm doing, and I'm sorry but you're just going to have to deal with it till the end now. So I think a lot of it is just that this time I seem to be carrying all bump, and with my previous daughter I know that I put weight on kind of everywhere, and this time it's just, feel like I've got this enormous bump on the front, and I think it's just putting all the weight of my back out, which is really uncomfortable. They've also put me on iron tablets because my iron levels aren't what they should be, which I was on at the end last time as well, so that wasn't a massive surprise to me, to be honest. Although funnily enough, with my previous pregnancies I had this massive aversion to red meat, didn't touch the stuff for the entire 9 months. This time I'm still eating quite a lot of red meat, so I thought maybe I might avoid the dreaded iron tablets this time, but no. A completely new to me development that's happened this month is that my belly button has kind of popped out, which I hate and is freaking me out, something horrible, because I don't really like belly buttons that much anyway, and the previous 2 times my belly buttons just kind of went flat, and this time it's properly turned into like an outy belly button. Ugh, and it's really freaking me out, and it's really sensitive, and I keep catching it on stuff when I'm kind of moving around, and it's horrible. So that's an interesting new 3rd time round development that I didn't have with the previous 2. The good stuff that's been kind of happening this month, we've definitely been starting to prep. You can probably see behind me we've been starting to get the sort of zone together ready for the baby, and it's been really exciting starting to prep. I think that's always a really nice stage. It starts to feel really real when you start getting things ready, and I've started filling up these drawers with some of those baby clothes from the last time and the time before, and some little new bits. It's really exciting. I thought there's some little bits and pieces that I would show off. I'm not going to do a haul or anything, but I thought I'd show you some of the bits I really, really like. This here, this crochet blanket, is a mummy make, which I'm very proud of. I think I talked about my patchwork quilt in my previous video, but I've only literally learnt to crochet in the last month, and I thought I would make a smaller, the patchwork blanket's huge, but I thought this blanket would be really cute to go in her car seat when we're out and about, and I wanted to do something bright but still girly, so I'm really proud of that, and I think it's really, really lovely. I'm really excited for her to use that. One of the other things that we've got now is our changing bag, which is this one, which has come from Pink Lining, which I'm really excited to test out. They've sent this to me very kindly for me to review. It will be my hospital bag for the baby bits and pieces as well, so it will be getting packed up pretty soon, which is quite exciting. One of the other little gadgety gimmicky things that I've got that I'll show you is this, which I bought, which is called a Serenity style, which I'm really excited about. It's I don't know if you can see on the video, it's got kind of a night-like glow in it, and it goes white when the temperature is what it should be, and it goes blue if it's too cold or red if it's too hot. But it's also got a white noise machine in it, and I have had 2 previous babies utterly obsessed with white noise, so I'm hoping that's going to be really useful. Another thing that I really want to show off that I'm really so excited about is this beautiful baby mobile that I have got to go above her bed. I ordered it from a company called Velveteen Babies, which I have followed for ages on Instagram. I bought it through Etsy. I just think it's really cute, and I just can't wait to have that hung up above her bed because I just think it's beautiful. And then one of the final things, which kind of accidentally ended up with this sort of, I don't know, like suns and stars and little faces theme. There's this lovely star cushion that came off of Tidy Lily Quinn's shop. So I absolutely love this little gorgeous. She's sort of shimmery and gold, and it's just, babies don't need pillows, let's be honest, but I thought it was really cute. So I've picked that one up, and hopefully it can sit in the end of her cot, or it can just sit up there looking happy. So that's just some of the bits and pieces that I've been getting together. Other exciting things this month, I'm getting tons of movements now. Having kind of started off this pregnancy, well, not started off, but kind of earlier on in this pregnancy been quite sad about not really getting a great deal of movement. Now I kind of sometimes wish that I wasn't getting as much movement. She's alright. She's a real little wriggle pot, and my son was really hiccupy as a bump. I don't ever remember my daughter having, my daughter that I've already got, I don't ever remember her having hiccups, but this little one, she gets hiccups a lot, and it's really cute. My little belly jumps, and the kids are absolutely fascinated by the fact when she gets hiccups that they can feel these hiccups in my tummy. It's very cute. We've settled on a name now, we think, although we could still change our minds. I would never say never on the changing my mind thing, because I think sometimes you look at a baby potentially and they just don't suit that name that you've picked, but I think we're nearly there. Another thing that's happened this month, I did end up having to have an extra scan, which is a bit of a bonus. They sent me for an extra growth scan because when they measure the height of where your uterus is, she was measuring kind of 3 weeks ahead of where they were expecting her to be. So they sent me for an extra growth scan. Everything was fine. They said she's average to sort of just above average. They're not concerned in the slightest that she's big. Then it was just, they think the shape of my uterus being kind of long and narrow rather than really round, I guess. Here is probably as good a time as any to stick my bump photos in. So I've got, there's my 28-week photo, my 29-week photo, my 30-week photo, then 31 weeks and 32 weeks. So yeah, none of the big growth spurt that I think we saw last month, where I kind of went from not really having a bump to looking enormous. I just think I'm steadily enormous now, or I feel like I'm steadily enormous, and kind of going, I feel really full already. How can there possibly be another 2 months worth of growing left in me when I feel like my skin is kind of at full capacity now? So for my Q&A for the end of the video, my little question for this month, one of the things I do get asked quite a lot about is whether we're needing to make a lot of changes at home, or what changes we have made or will be making. I sort of touched on it earlier because I talked about the fact that instead of having a nursery or a bedroom of her own, she's having kind of a zone in our bedroom. We've got plenty of room in our bedroom to accommodate her, and we'd rather have her in with us than in with the kids, where she could potentially disturb them when they've got school and preschool to worry about. I know that we kept our daughter in with us for about 9 months, our son was in with us for 6 months, so it's going to be somewhere in that sort of time frame. We'd be really happy to keep her in with us anyway, and we are obviously only in a 2-bedroom at the moment, which is not ideal for 3 children and 2 grown-ups, but we're hoping to move next year, so that's kind of one of the big changes that will be on the cards in the future. Changes that we've made in the interim: we have changed car. We've gone from 5-seater, C Max up to a 7-seater, S Max, not because we needed the extra seats, but because going up to a 7-seater gave us 3 full-size seats in the back. And because our children are all quite close together in age, they're all going to be in car seats for the foreseeable future, so we need that extra size really so that we can get plenty of car seats across the back of the car. So that's one of the big changes that we have had to make ahead of her arrival. So I guess that's it for this month's vlog, which means that by the time you get the next one, I'm going to be into my 9th month, which means we're going to be well on the way to D-Day. I'm going to be very huge, which is exciting, really exciting. But yeah, so only 2 more of these vlogs to get out of me, assuming that I managed to get a 9th one in. So it may well, and next month may end up being my last one. Also, something to note, my vlogs from now on are going to be moving over to Channel Mum. I'm really excited that Channel Mum have invited me to join their team. So from next month, my vlog will be over there. So you'll need to go and check out the Channel Mum YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the box below so that you can go and have a look. So you'll be able to find my video for next month's pregnancy diary there, and also other videos and stuff that I do will be over there too. So there will be my own little playlist and other great videos and content that they put up. So that's something to have a look out for. So I think that's it from me for this month. So bye!